the forgotten slave who defied an empire and became its king. He was born into chains, but died on a throne. In the year 1206, on the dusty plains of Central Asia, a young boy was captured, sold like an animal, and stripped of his name. His fate seemed sealed, to live and die as a slave. But that boy, Qutb-ud-din Aibak, would go on to rewrite history and become the first sultan of Delhi. Yes, a slave, not only ruling free men, but building an empire. Aibak was bought by a nobleman of the Ghuride Empire, a military powerhouse of the time. But this wasn't the end of his suffering. As a Mamluk, a military slave, his every breath belonged to his master. Yet within the walls of oppression, he found his weapon, the discipline of service, the sharpness of mind, and the courage of a lion. He rose through the ranks, not by privilege, but by merit. In battles that shook kingdoms, Aibak proved unstoppable. His loyalty became legend, and when his master Muhammad Ghori died, there was no prince, no noble heir. But there was a slave who had stood by him, bled for him, and held his empire together. The nobles hesitated. Could a former slave wear the crown? But Delhi was burning with ambition and fear, and the people needed a leader, not of bloodline, but of resolve. So Qutb-ud-din Aibak was crowned, not in a lavish ceremony, but in a moment that changed South Asian history forever. He ruled with balance. His hands, once tied by chains, now built monuments, mosques, and institutions. The iconic Qutb Minar, it began under his command. A symbol of vision, born not from royalty, but from the heart of a man who knew what it meant to have nothing. But power comes with a price. In 1210, while playing a game of polo, a sport of kings, Aibak fell from his horse and died. The empire mourned, not just the death of a sultan, but the end of a story so rare, it still feels unreal. His life was never meant for greatness, yet he forged it with his bare hands. From the humiliation of being sold in a market, to ruling one of the most powerful regions in the medieval world, Aibak is proof that history does not belong only to the privileged. Sometimes, the forgotten write the most unforgettable chapters. His story is rarely taught, often dismissed. But maybe it's because power earned through pain threatens those who were born into it. What if this had stayed hidden forever?